You're listening to Earth Oddity, a weekly odyssey into all the oddity planet Earth has to offer. And now, serving it up are Christopher Tiny Sullivan and John Long.
Welcome, everybody, to Earth Oddity Podcast. I am Tiny. Sitting across from me is John Long.
Hello.
The greatest co-host that a podcast has ever known. Shows up every single week.
I do that.
Super talented.
Yeah. I don't know about that either.
Perfect pronunciation.
That's 100% wrong.
Knows everything there is to know.
That's true. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, because we're like the bad boys of Southern evangelical humor.
Yeah, we are.
Yes.
I definitely am. I feel like I've brought you down, especially with your joke you told last week. Controversial.
A little bit controversial. Apologies to Helen Keller.
And I feel like if you'd never been hanging around with me, you never would have made that joke, Tiny.
Well, let me say this. I may or may not have been involved in some conversations with someone who will remain nameless.
Oh, yeah?
That, there's probably been some times I have not represented Christ as I should have on this show.
Oh, I would.
And I would just like to apologize for that and say that I am going to try to do better.
Oh, so you got called out.
Yes.
See, I think that people know better to, well, not better than to call me out, but they know I would never respond, or anything, or say I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. I'm a horrible human, and that's why I admit that all the time. I'm a horrible Christian, world's worst Christian. So
I was told that this show is just too funny.
Yeah,
and we're just going to have to rein it in. It just can't be as funny as it used to be.
Pull it back. Well, let's just kick off with we're in the Christmas season.
We are.
As Jesus is a reason for the season, right? So if you're out there, just know that Jesus is the reason for the season. And maybe that will blanket any other missteps I make during this particular episode.
Yeah. Well, how was your week?
It was a fine, normal week. No big deal. Nothing really excited happened, except it was Ollie, our foster child's birthday. So we had a little...
Happy birthday, Ollie.
Yeah, small, family party. Didn't want to invite a bunch of snotty 7-year-olds over to my house and have them coughing and licking stuff. So,
right. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. He got... His one big gift was the ability to purchase V-Bucks for Fortnite.
I was about to say, what are V-Bucks?
Yeah.
That's the Fortnite currency.
Yeah, Fortnite currency. And I had a long conversation with him about how I think it's dumb, having done it myself, to spend real money on fake stuff.
Right.
And he did not seem to care.
Okay.
And he brought me all of his little savings money, like he would give him $1 here, there, or whatever later on yesterday, and was like, I want to buy more. And Deidre was like, well, I just bought you how many ever, 38,000 V-Bucks last night. Have you spent them all? And he looked at her dead in the eye and said, yes, I did.
Okay, we have got to get some virtual Earth Oddity apparel on the market.
Yeah, I know. You could spend Oddcoin on it.
Yes. Oddcoin, which is Earth Oddity Podcast exclusive cryptocurrency.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to figure out a way, because they're raking it in.
We got to cash in on this.
Yeah. So that was the big event during my week. What about yours?
It was okay. I mean, we're selling the house. We're selling the house. We don't have a buyer yet.
Oh, okay.
But we have shown it a lot of times.
Nice.
It's been on the market for maybe a week and a half. I think we've showed it 17 times.
Wow.
It's popular.
Yeah.
Friend and listener of the show, Zach, he come by. He's thinking about potentially buying it. So,
okay,
if you're out there, Zach,
buy this house.
Buy this house.
Buy this house so Tiny can buy another house where we can build a podcast studio.
Yes, because if there's one thing I want to do as I'm 39 years old, is start all over, take out a whole new 30-year mortgage and work till I'm 70. But I can't do that if someone don't buy the house that we're in now. So.
Yeah. Well,
the last thing we would want is to pay this house off in another 15 years and be debt-free. We need to take out more debt.
Yeah.
But to do that, we got to sell the house we're in.
I don't think Dave Ramsey would have a problem with that.
No.
What you should do is finance the new house on a credit card and then call Dave Ramsey and tell him you did it.
And then take out another credit card so I can buy more V-Bucks.
Sure, right. It's all just money.
You can't take it with you, right?
No, you can't. Never like the saying goes, never seen a hearse toting a U-Haul.
Yes.
You know,
Or a PC behind it either.
Yeah.
For that matter.
yeah. But yeah, it's all just money. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it only matters when it matters.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Well, anyway, on to odd news. What
Yeah.
you got this week?
well, I got a story of a man who really loved his dog.
Okay.
It's a heartwarming, touching story.
Nice.
Got not a koala, a kangaroo
Okay.
story.
Kangaroo.
I'm very animal heavy this week. And then I got a Hitler story.
Okay.
Speaking of animals.
Peas and carrots.
That's right.
Well, we're going to talk about South Africa's lottery.
Okay.
We're going to talk about PS5s.
Nice.
All the rage.
Yeah, they are.
I don't think Santa's elves made enough of them. So
No, which is weird to me why you would not. I mean, I guess having demand for your product's a good thing.
Well, I mean, as someone who has, played PlayStation for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
there's never been a PlayStation release where they've had enough,
Yeah.
except maybe the first one. I didn't have a problem buying my PlayStation 1.
Huh.
But other than that, you're not going to get a PlayStation
Yeah.
unless you're willing to fork out, I don't know, $800 on
Yeah.
eBay
Well, yeah.
when
who
the new
would do that?
PlayStations come out. So.
Look, you are at a nerd level that is dangerous if you will pay like double the asking price for a thing.
Or you just have really wealthy parents.
Yeah, or you're rich. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It's still that's a dangerously high level of nerddom.
But I wanted to start off with this one. A mysterious monolith similar to the one found in Utah appears in California.
Okay,
They keep popping up, and here's another one.
is it a copycat monolith?
Well, nobody knows.
Okay.
There was another one that popped up in Romania somewhere,
I
but they
saw
said
that.
that one, it had a bunch of like welds on it. It looked like it looked like it had been constructed by Romanians.
It was like a high school welding program.
Yeah.
Put that one together.
It didn't look like the Apple-esque monoliths that are popping up elsewhere.
I think I'm a little offended you would insult the metal workers and welders of Romania with
Okay.
it looks like Romanians made it.
Well, look, if you bought and sold as many Romanian goods as I have over the years, you might feel differently.
You've been dealing in the Romanian gray market for a long time. Okay. All right. I did not know. I apologize.
But anyway, this story is from ABC 3340 out of Salt Lake City.
Wait a minute. There's only one ABC 3340 in my life.
Well, that's what it says here at the top of the page. But
Wow.
what do I know? I don't know.
I don't know
anything.
either.
The saga of mysterious monoliths continues as another metal obelisk mysteriously appeared in a Southern California park. This one is on a hiking trail at Stadium Park in Atascadero.
Sure.
Does that sound right?
That's exactly right.
It's similar to the other obelisks that have been spotted around the world, including in Utah and another one in Romania. We talked about that briefly a minute ago. Naturally, the phenomena has garnered the attention of the internet. Some people think it's an artist or multiple artists creating works of public art. Others have theories that are out of this world, i.e. aliens.
Aliens.
Because always aliens.
Sure. No one's brought up that Bigfoot could be doing this.
That's possible.
Yeah.
I saw him on TikTok. He made a TikTok about it.
Daggone Bigfoot is stick welding left and right.
Yeah.
People don't know.
More than a week after the monolith was discovered in Utah, it was taken away by a group that said they wanted to protect public lands.
Oh.
I'm having trouble drawing a correlation there.
Well,
You're scaring them away, maybe?
I don't know. You know, there's a lot of like I love the environment. I want to take care of our environment, but there's some environmental weirdos. that-
I misunderstood. The people who took it down said they wanted to protect
Right.
the property.
yeah, because
But we don't know who put it there.
It was a national park.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, where it was. I think a national
So,
park or
my
whatever this
fault.
area. Yeah.
But hey, there's another one up. So
Well, good. I'm still leaning towards this is some sort of viral marketing campaign
Mhm.
that one day like we'll know.
Right.
They'll reveal whatever it is. That to me is genius. Number one, if like Tesla's doing it or whoever,
mhm.
but an easy either that or like it said in the article, a public art
Right.
collective who wants to go and make obelisk. I'm not sure.
Monoliths.
Yeah, monoliths. That's the better one.
my
all
favorite
around the world.
monolith is the one in Orlando that takes you to all the Disney parks. I like that monolith.
That is a good one. That's an excellent one. Yeah, because I thought an obelisk had a point. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Maybe these people who
did it, right?
These people who wrote this article aren't as smart as you and I. Clearly,
Probably
right?
not, clearly.
This is only a monolith. All
Yes.
all obelisks, all obliques. I can't say it. Are
It's like the Washington Monument.
yeah, all obelisks are monoliths, but not all monoliths are obelisks.
That's right.
Obelisk. I don't
It
know
is
what
bliss.
I'm doing. I gotta quit sniffing glue before the show. Like, it's killing me. It's killing the show. It's killing everything. Yeah.
I wonder if this is like the clown sightings from 2015.
Oh,
And
I
they're just
completely
catching
forgot
on.
about that.
Yeah, the clowns, they were fun.
Yeah.
But
I
a lot
guess.
easier. I mean, I'm sure I'm assuming this takes a lot more work.
Yeah.
It's more impressive than clown sightings.
Sure.
That said, I kind of miss the clown sightings.
Yeah, they were kind of neat. There wasn't a whole lot of them in the South, though, if I remember correct.
No, but I do remember one up Highway 69.
Oh.
Right outside
Nice,
Hillcrest High
by
School.
the way. Highway 69.
It
Nice.
is my favorite highway.
That's right.
I wish I could travel it a little more often.
Oh, well, you got to watch out. You might get in the mud.
But that said, it's hilarious. But yeah, I remember a guy at work. He was telling me that there were some clowns sitting in the back of a pickup truck
Okay.
with their
Down by Hillcrest.
with their assault life sticker on the back, waving their flag, saying "We're coming for your kid." They were dressed as clowns. So
Yeah.
they had signs that said, "We're coming for your kids."
Hmm.
I'm assuming that someone called the police and they were gone by
Yeah,
the time
probably.
the police got there. But
Yeah. Getting dressed up like a clown just to freak people out
Mhm.
seems like more effort than I would ever take.
right.
But who knows what people would do? People are clearly putting up monoliths
Mhm.
around the globe. So I did read online that if you triangulated the positions of the monoliths that they've identified so far,
Mhm.
the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid in Memphis is right in the middle of them.
Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Let's just come right out and say yes. When the third monolith pops up, that's what it's going to
That's
do.
going to be. It's
Yeah.
going to be right. The Bass Pro Shop Pyramid.
That's
is
why they
right
took
there.
the one in Utah down. It's because
Yeah.
they figured wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. They didn't have all their azimuths shot right. By the way, I've been like the pyramid. A lot of people think it's only ever been a Bass Pro Shop. You know,
Mhm.
like I've been to concerts there, and the Memphis basketball team used to play there.
Mhm.
You know, it was a actual venue for a long time before Bass Pro Shop bought it. So it's kind of neat. Every time I drive by it, I'm like, I saw this band play there.
I think the Bass Pro Shop, they chose that site because of their work that they do for the Illuminati.
Yeah,
So,
right. Well, if you're driving in Memphis in the afternoon, that sun will blind you because it's all glass, you know. Like, it will blind you. Seriously, you'll see those little squiggly things while you try to drive. Not the best thing in the world.
But imagine if you work for Bass Pro Shops just briefly and you get orders that you're supposed to go out and find a site for a new shop.
right.
And the CEO or whatever, he's like, okay, this is what we need. It's got to hold this many people. It's got to have this much acreage. It's got to have, this much as far as floor space. And by the way, it's got to be a pyramid.
Sure. Right.
That's going to limit you
or
in what sites you can pick.
or when you come back to the board and you're like, hey guys, I found us a site. It's a pyramid. But as a Southern Baptist, the two places you have to go in the South is the Bass Pro Shop's pyramid. You have to make a pilgrimage as a Baptist. The Bass Pro Shop pyramid and the Noah's Ark thing up in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Ark Encounter.
Have you been to that yet?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either.
Yeah, I don't really want to go, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like I would just be bored or whatever
Right.
the whole time. And I don't want that Ken Ham dude trying to talk to me. He creeps me out. Anyways.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
he there on a regular basis?
In my mind, he leads every tour. I mean, really, I don't know how
Yeah.
it is. But in my mind, he's the guy that's leading every tour and going to tell you everything you ever thought was wrong.
Okay, you're on a plane
Mhm.
and you can be the guy who sits beside either Ken Ham or What's that other dude? The
Dr.
dude?
Dino?
No, yes, Dr. Dino. He lives in Alabama, by the way.
Oh, he does? I thought he lived in Florida.
He did. He moved to Alabama
after he got out of jail.
Yes. You get to sit by one of them too. Who you gonna pick?
Oh, that's a tough one. I might declare that I have a ball just to get the plane to land. I would probably pick, in that scenario, I would probably pick Ken Ham.
Really?
Dr. Dino gets on. Hovind is his name.
Yes, Kent Hovind.
Yeah. He gets on my nerves big time.
He's got the dad jokes, though.
He does.
So.
But I feel like he just wouldn't shut up the whole time.
Right.
I think the Ham guy would probably recognize that I don't want to engage in any type of
yes,
new Earth versus old Earth type conversation with him. I would probably just be like, hey, bud.
I love Jesus. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, I love Jesus. And really, we'll figure all this out once we get to heaven.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to talk about it on our plane pot. So we'll see what he says. Well, let's talk about dogs. You got a dog, right?
I do.
I got a dog.
A very old dog. She is probably not long for this world, honestly. About 15 years old.
Do you think you'll cry when she dies?
No.
No, I've never cried when a pet dies.
I mean, if it was, someone, if it was one of my kids or my dad or somebody, I would be bawling.
Sure, right. Yeah.
But for me, I guess it's just the way I was raised.
Me too.
Here, I always view, as much as I love my pets, but they're like a level below humans for me.
I think we can attribute that to Old Yeller. Like you watch a kid shoot his own dog in elementary school.
Yeah.
Then you realize, like, hey, dogs are not as important. So, I don't know. But I've never cried when a pet died either. But anyways, what links would you go to save your pet?
I would go to any link so long as it didn't actually cost me any money.
Okay.
Fair enough?
That's fair.
Okay.
Well, a California dog owner punches a 350-pound black bear in the face.
Okay, yeah, I'm out.
To save his dog Buddy from its mouth during a vicious attack.
Good for him.
A dog owner in California fought off the 350-pound black bear that was attacking his beloved pit bull by punching it in the face. Caleb Benham of Grass Valley, Nevada, was at home on the day before Thanksgiving when he heard growls outside where Buddy had been playing. Running to the rescue, he discovered that his 90-pound dog is locked in the jaws of a giant black bear who is dragging him by his head from around 75 to 100 feet away.
Yikes.
Benham, who adopted the pup from a shelter several years ago, didn't hesitate to rescue his best friend. Honestly, the only thing I could think of was save my baby. Benham, who's originally from Sacramento, described how he ran full tilt at the bear to save his pet. He then tackled the beast, grabbed it by the throat, and punched it in the face and eyes until it dropped Buddy from its jaws.
Wow.
Having miraculously fought off the attacker, and while remaining uninjured himself, he faced a race against time to find a vet to save the dog from some gruesome injuries. Buddy suffered deep gashes near his eyes, teeth. He had teeth marks around his head and a puncture through his right lip. Eventually, he found Motherlode Veterinary. What a name for a veterinary hospital, where Buddy underwent more than 3 hours of emergency surgery for injuries, including stitches to his head, stapling of his ears, and tubes to drain fluid from his head. He said he just stood there and watched through the window for 3.5 hours, Benny said. But Buddy pulled through and is now making a speedy recovery. They spent the day of Thanksgiving recovering in a bed, feeling very thankful for each other. So, this pit bull will live to kill a child on another day, thanks to his owner. And I'm glad of that.
Yeah, man, that's it would have to be my wife or my kid. There was a story, I want to say last week about the gator that got the puppy, but it wasn't like a big gator.
It was like a 3 foot long gator.
I would go after the gator if it had my dog in its mouth, but a bear,
yeah,
I'm probably going to be thinking, where do I get a new puppy?
I was just like, hey, we're done. Hey, kids, Buddy is no longer going to be with us anymore. A bear took him away. And that's the circle of life, kids. Yes. Let's go find another dog.
You know, all those hamburgers and chicken nuggets we've eaten, all of those at some point were some other animal's poor children that we took from them. So that's just how the world works.
That's how you turn your kids into vegetarians. Right there. That sentence right there. They'll stop eating meat immediately.
All those salads you ate, they were once seeds from some other plant.
The animal I probably loved most out of all the animals we had was my cat, Julius. You know, I've talked about Julius, lived with me for 16 years, built a Indian burial mound for him when he died.
And still might go get him now that you're moved.
Yeah, I may go and transport his bones to my property where he should be with my family and build it. My yard's not big enough to build another Indian mound, though.
Oh, okay.
I may have to take him to Fayette and do it there.
Well, there you go.
That thing was like 4 foot high. No joke.
Nice.
It had, I did like a mosaic on the top with a big J and everything. I mean, I did him up right.
Yeah.
But even if he was in the jaws of a bear, if he was in the jaws of a pit bull, I would be like, I don't think I can save him.
Right.
We came home. This is when Dieter and I first got married. We had Julius. We went on a weekend trip somewhere. You know, we didn't have any kids or anything, so we just left him at the house because you can do that with cats. It's the beauty of a cat. Some people hate cats.
Because they take care of themselves.
Yeah, they take care of themselves. Came home, and he was like swollen up.
Oh.
Well, this is on a Sunday. Well, Dieter, of course, freaking out, calls a vet. He's like, yeah, come on, we'll open up, bring him over. We go over. Apparently, male cats, sometimes their urethra can get stopped up with like sediment from their urinary tract or whatever. And it was stopped up. So he was just like filled up with pee. It hadn't been all weekend. So Dieter had to assist in the procedure because there was just the veterinary guy there by himself. They had to like basically insert a catheter into this cat and then like,
I bet that went well.
Squeeze him like a
like an accordion?
like a bagpipe. Yeah.
Now in my head I hear him going, wow.
Oh, yeah, he was not happy. And Julius was a big cat and a mean cat, too. Like, except to me, he loved me. But anyways, he ended up having to stay for like 3 days. When I went to pick him up, they were like, yeah, it's going to be $700 or whatever. And I looked at the lady, I was like, if you'd have told me that, or like if they'd have told me that when we dropped him off, I would have put him to sleep. You know, I'm like, she like a tear formed in her eye when she heard me say that. I was like, hey, look, $700 is a lot of money for a cat. I love this cat, but I can't do it. But now y'all got me because you got my cat and I got to get it back, you know?
And I want to say, do you know how many starving children in South America we could feed for $700?
Right. With that money, I could adopt 100 cats.
Yes. Or a few kids.
Yeah, right.
In South America.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like it was a racket. I let them know too. I was like, y'all should give me some kind of heads up here.
Yeah,
you know, we've been married for not a long time. We don't have a lot of money, and I'm about to write a $700 check to y'all to get my cat back because now I have to get him back because y'all saved his life. You know,
you should be like, do we not get any kind of discount because my wife actually assisted in the procedure?
Yeah, my wife helped do all this.
I mean, if we'd have known that, we would have gone on fixyourcat.com and just done this DIY.
The crazy thing is when I got him home, like the night we got home, we were watching TV and he just crapped right in the middle of the living room floor in that apartment and sat there right beside it and looked at us like
I'm not sorry.
Yeah, this is what y'all get. You should have killed me. You know?
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Well, John, let's talk about the PS5. I know you're more of an Xbox family, correct?
Well, we have an Xbox. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not brand loyal to any video.
I got you.
I had a PlayStation in college, a PlayStation 2.
PlayStation 2 was the best console ever.
Is it?
In my opinion, it is.
I think I still have it.
They lasted for forever.
Yeah.
I want to say the catalog for them was, thousands of games.
Yeah.
And they just,
I exclusively played NCAA college football on it, nothing else. Ever.
Well, it was the perfect NCAA football.
I did buy The Sims once because Deidre wanted to buy that. This was back when we didn't have any kids, too.
Right.
And she played it for like a day and was like, this is stupid. and that was the only other game I had was NCAA football.
PlayStation 3?
Never had one.
Me neither.
Yeah.
We jumped ship and went to Xbox 360 during that generation.
All right.
PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
That's what we got now.
That's what you got now?
Yeah.
Is that like the walking dog until this one came out, right?
Yeah, although, I mean, at the moment, I'm just going to play what we got.
Yeah.
When I do decide to upgrade, I'm thinking I'm going to go PC.
Okay.
But that's not in any time in the near future. And I'm probably not going to get a PlayStation 5 simply because even if I wanted one, I couldn't find one anywhere.
Sure.
But there was one man who did.
I'll say when Zach buys your house, you have plenty of money to buy a PlayStation 5.
No, I won't. I won't. All that's going to be going to other things. New appliances, drape.
Oh, yeah.
Flooring.
Oh, yeah.
There will be no
idea.
PlayStation 5.
Oh,
or PC for that matter.
I've already been praying for you, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need those prayers. But anyway, one man did find a PlayStation 5, but his wife sold it out from under him. Man's wife sells his PlayStation 5 after she discovered that he lied to her and told her it was an air purifier.
Okay. All right.
Now, for anyone, surely you've seen the pictures, right? I mean, they've been popping up in memes.
Sure.
They look like a Wi-Fi router.
Yes.
I've seen all kinds of stuff. Well,
he told her it was an air purifier.
He told her it was an air purifier. A Taiwanese man was one of the lucky few to actually get his hands on a PlayStation 5. Unfortunately, his wife wasn't really thrilled about the amount of video games that he played preceding the purchase, so he had to hide the fact that he bought one from her. We've all been there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not with a PlayStation, but I've bought
but with something.
Yeah, like some guitar stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, when Deidre sells all my guitar stuff when I die, she's going to be like, wow, this was a lot. He told me he spent like $100 on all of this, you know?
I had a grandfather who used to say that his worst fear is he was going to die and his wife was going to sell his gun collection for what he told her he paid for it.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, he told her that it wasn't a PlayStation, it was an air purifier. And to his credit, both devices have similar appearances. There's a picture right here. It looks...
Oh, yeah, it does look like it.
It looks like an air purifier. Unfortunately for this fellow, his wife was quickly able to tell the difference between a PlayStation and an air purifier and quickly sold the gaming console out from under her husband. According to the man who bought the system from his wife, it was the cheapest price for one he'd seen.
Well,
I like to think that, you know, he was on Facebook and he was trying to buy an air purifier. And when he shows up with $100 or whatever, it's a PlayStation 5 and he didn't say nothing.
Yeah, right. Well, I wonder how she discovered it. Does it say in the article?
It doesn't say. It just says that she figured it out, which, I mean, I'm assuming she could, well, I don't know.
Well, Deidre and I have always had a joint account, right? So it's pretty hard to sneak around and buy something without her knowing.
Right.
But I've learned how to do it.
That's what PayPal's for.
She's the only one who has a PayPal account in our household. So I have to be like, hey, Deidre, can you pay for this? Whatever I'm buying off of eBay, you know? So, yeah, but it doesn't matter with us. She'd let me buy whatever. I've already lost all our money once, so I could probably get away with doing it again.
Man.
But yeah, I just was curious how she found out because...
You know, when he picks up the controller and starts playing it, that may have been a dead giveaway.
Well, I think what you would plug it in over by your new place or your old PlayStation,
right.
And you would just be like, "Yeah, no, I just decided to put it in here. The air. I'm in here eating Doritos and drinking Mountain Dew and passing gas all day long. I need the purifier in here." Maybe that was it. She wanted to move it to another room or something.
Maybe.
He's like, no, you can't. It has to stay here by the TV.
Yeah, because it plugs into the TV.
Right.
Crazy.
It's crazy design, this thing.
It purifies your HDMI signal.
Little known fact, your TV is putting negative ions into the air. Honey, I bought this for us.
Yes.
Because I care about you. Well, let's move to Australia.
Okay. For real, we're going to move there?
Well, no, for this story we are.
Okay, I got you.
Sarah Jessica Parker perfume is blamed for a Melbourne kangaroo attack.
Okay.
Which I imagined her perfume would attract horses, but you know, I don't know really. A woman who was stalked and attacked by a kangaroo on the outskirts of Melbourne has revealed the bizarre reason she was targeted. Tracy Noonan said she usually sees roos all the time while running in Beaconsfield on Melbourne's outskirts, but on Saturday, a lone roo spotted her and just kept edging closer. If it had to jump a couple of fences to actually get to me. And
kangaroos are good at jumping.
Yeah, right.
So fence is not going to do you much good.
No, they ain't going to stop it at all. And by the last fence, I thought, oh my God, this kangaroo is not going to stop, she told a news outlet. She said that within a moment of turning her back and covering her head, there was a massive thump on her back.
Oh, no.
She fell to the ground and turned to see the kangaroo standing over her. I put my head back down because I thought, oh my goodness, this is now going to claw me to death. It all sort of happened so fast. Mrs. Noonan said she stayed for a minute on the ground and then slowly got up and began walking away, but the roo followed her.
Oh, no.
She threw a handful of rocks its way to stun it, giving her enough time to escape into the nearest house. But the determined roo was on her trail, following her up the driveway and into the front yard. This thing had a vendetta.
What did Sarah Jessica Parker ever do to it?
I don't know. Let's see. The residents came and scared it away while Mrs. Noonan sat with them to calm down. But as she went to leave, there was the roo waiting again.
Oh, no.
It was something out of a horror movie, she said. It just kept coming and coming, and I thought, oh, my God, this kangaroo is going to kill me. She said she spoke to a local ranger to explain what happened, and he says he thinks it could have possibly been my perfume. It was Sarah Jessica Parker perfume. It's so funny because who puts on perfume to go on a run? I left early that morning and I was fumbling around for deodorant, and that's all I could find. Which
this sounds to me like blaming the victim.
Well,
like she's spraying his perfume on, asking for it.
But I was having a couple of teenagers. You should never try to mask your body odor with like a spray or anything.
Right?
You know, it doesn't work. If you throw it on the Axe body spray and thinking that's keeping you from stinking, you're just going to smell like Axe body spray and body odor together. Yeah. So she said, I was not trying to attract any kangaroos. I can assure you that. So,
okay.
But now we know if there's a drop in population of kangaroos, if they stop mating for some reason, global warming, wildfires or whatever, just spray the females down with Sarah Jessica Parker. I think that'll get the males coming to find them. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if a kangaroo was chasing me.
I mean,
throwing rocks sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. And I mean, there's that one video of the dude that punched a kangaroo in the face.
Yes, that's
Remember
right.
that? So,
yeah, because it was attacking his dog. I might square up with a kangaroo if it was attacking my dog. I don't know how big.
I don't want to fight either, but I would rather fight a kangaroo than a bear.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. And this is coming from somebody who knows nothing about Australia and how dangerous kangaroos may kill thousands of people a year.
From what I hear, yes, their legs are extremely powerful, and if they kick you, they can kill you. They're very dangerous.
For sure.
But I feel like a bear is more dangerous than a kangaroo.
I think I could get on the back of a kangaroo real quick, get it in a chokehold before it knows what happened.
I would jump in the pouch. It would just be hitting itself in the stomach.
Yeah. I don't know. But I feel like, they got them little bitty arms. You can get them in like a full Nelson real quick, and you got them. Then what are they going to do to you?
The key is you got to stay away from them feet.
Oh, yeah.
Because they'll balance themselves on their tail and kick with their feet.
That's right. Yeah.
At least that's what I saw on Discovery. If any of our Australian listeners would like to call in and correct us.
Raytheon, he's from Australia, right?
He is, yeah.
So
or New Zealand one. Maybe it's New Zealand. Do they have roos in New Zealand?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know.
I assume they're both the same in my mind. Like I know they're separate countries and they are separated by water and everything, but in my mind they're all the same. That's the American in me coming out too, by the way.
Right. Okay, well, next story here. John, what would you say if I told you I won the lottery?
I would say, let me borrow some money.
Yes. But let's just
not let me borrow. Give me some money.
But ask me what numbers I played. I was playing my lucky numbers.
Okay,
John.
what numbers did you play?
I played 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
And won in that order.
That seems unlikely.
It does. South Africa's lottery probed as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 drawn and 20 win. And
20 people
20
won?
people, yeah. An unusual sequence of numbers drawn in South Africa's national lottery has sparked accusations of fraud after 20 people won a share of the jackpot.
We Alabamians have been telling y'all for years that the lottery is nothing but fraud.
I was about to say, I saw in the comments on Reddit, someone said this is a scam, and then the person replied to that, well, it's a lottery, so yeah, it is. But anyway, Tuesday's Powerball lottery saw the numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 drawn, while the Powerball itself was, and then you guessed it, they drew a number 10. The organizers say the sequence is often picked. Well, it's picked by 20 people in this case. Yeah. But some have alleged a scam and an investigation is underway. It is extremely rare for multiple winners to share the jackpot. The organizer said 20 people purchased a winning ticket and they won $5.7 million each.
Wow.
No. 5.7 million rand, which is roughly $370,000. Still nothing to sneeze at.
No, I wouldn't turn it down.
That'll buy you part of a house that Tara wants to buy. Another 79 ticket holders won 6,283 rand, each for guessing the sequence from 5 up to 9, but missing the Powerball.
Wow.
The chances of winning South Africa's Powerball lottery are 1 in 42,375,200.
Wow.
The number of different combinations when selecting 5 balls from a set of 50 plus an additional bonus ball from a pool of 20. The odds of the draw resulting in the number seen in Tuesday televised live event are the same as any other combination. Competitions resulting in multiple winners are rare, but this may have something to do with the particular sequence. Congratulations to tonight's 20 winners of the Powerball draw, lottery operator Thuba tweeted, adding, "These numbers may be unexpected, but we see many players opt to play these sequences." Also wanted to add to that this is the most secure lottery that South America has ever had. And there's absolutely no reason anyone should look into this.
Right. No. Yeah. No, we're all above board here.
Yes.
Like, what are the chances that those numbers get pulled in sequential order?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's fraud written all over this. Yeah. But what do I know? We can't even get our election straight over here.
Right.
So, but yes, this is exactly why Alabama doesn't have a lottery. Because you would see that and there would be like rednecks buying double wides all over the state with their winnings. Yeah. They would have to invent new lift kits that were even taller that no one has even seen before because no one can afford it that high. Mud tire sales would go through the roof.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be crazy. Yeah, Salt Life stickers.
Yes.
Yeti products left and right. Yeah.
There wouldn't be a pickup truck without a Yeti cooler in it.
Yeah, no, not at all. Which, I don't get the Yeti people, but whatever.
I mean, from what I hear, it's a great cooler.
I do too.
But it's more of a status symbol. That's what you buy and put in the back of your truck when you really want to show everyone else in the trailer park that you got some money.
Well, my thing is like if you were deep sea fishing out in the ocean and you need to keep your fish cool or whatever, then that would be a good use for it. But if you're just going to put Busch Light in it or whatever,
right.
The old styrofoam cooler works just fine for that.
You're wrong, John. We need our Natty Light to be the absolute coldest temperature we can get it. And to get that, we need a $600 Yeti cooler. That's nothing but the best for me and my boys.
That's right. Yeah. Nothing but the best.
I mean, you've been out deer hunting all morning.
Yeah.
You know, and you finally make your way back to the truck. You got to have a cold one, right?
Crack a cold one open, sure. Yeah. I know a guy who used to go deer hunting. He would take a 6-pack with him. No, I'm not lying.
Okay.
When he got in his deer stand, he would crack open all 6 as soon as he got there and then drink them throughout the day while he was hunting. And
with no intentions of being able to actually make a shot should a deer walk into that green field.
Why? What could go wrong with firearms, a climbing tree stand, and alcohol? Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Oh.
Perfect combination.
Well, let's talk about one of your favorite people, Tiny, Adolf Hitler.
Now we're talking about the dude that recently won the election in South America, right?
Oh, this is Africa.
Okay.
Yes. No, we're not talking about the original Adolf Hitler.
I'm talking about the one that was born there, not the one that fled there after the war to live out his days in Argentina.
Yeah, no, he fled to Argentina. Everybody knows that,
Yes.
right? We all
They
know
made
that.
a whole show about it.
Sure. He's from Namibia. Namibia. That's it.
Yes.
I had to think of how to say it.
Isn't that's where
John's parents.
Brother John's have done mission work. Yeah.
Right. They've done mission work there. A Namibian politician named after Adolf Hitler said he has no plans for world domination after winning a sweeping victory in local elections.
Okay, well, that's good to hear.
Adolf Hitler Unona was elected last week as a counselor for the Pujandu constituency. In an interview with a German newspaper, he insisted he had nothing to do with Nazi ideology. Adolf, like other Germanic first names, is not uncommon in the country, which was once a German colony. He was elected for the ruling SWAPO party, which led the campaign against colonial and white minority rule. He admitted that his father had named him after the Nazi leader, but said he probably didn't understand what Adolf Hitler stood for. As a child, I saw it as a totally normal name. He won his seat with an 85% of the vote, by the way.
Wow.
That's like Biden in California.
I was going to say, that's almost as many votes as Biden got.
It wasn't until I was growing up that I realized this man had wanted to subjugate the whole world, he said. I have nothing to do with any of these things. He said his wife calls him Adolf, and he goes by the name in public, and he has no plans to change it. So between 1884 and 1915, Namibia was part of German territory called German Southwest Africa. They killed thousands of people, Germans did, during a revolt back in 1904 and 08. So earlier this year, they turned down 10 million francs offered by Germany for reparations, saying it would continue to negotiate for a revised offer. Smart. Don't take the first offer.
You don't take the first offer.
Yeah. But I would think, first of all, congratulations to Mr. Hitler on his election.
Yes.
I think the first Hitler also said he had no plans for world domination when he got elected, too. Just a little suspect on this guy's part.
Right.
But
that's exactly what you would say if you did have
exactly right. You're not going to come out and go, "We're going to invade Poland tomorrow."
Yeah,
yeah.
So if you get elected, the first thing you should come out and say is, "I do plan to subjugate the entire world."
That's right. And maybe it's just me. I would change my name, or at least I would go by something like Dolph. Just go by Dolph.
Yeah,
like Dolph Lundgren.
And I would certainly do that if I was getting into politics.
Yes, right. He doesn't have the little mustache, though, which is good.
I was about to say, nobody does.
Nobody really.
That man ruined an entire
facial hair
category for everybody.
Yeah. But also, if I was named Adolf and I lived in Namibia, I would probably go with that mustache. just lean into it. You already said you're not changing your name.
Right.
And bring it back. And Michael Jordan had that mustache in one Hanes commercial one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll find it. I'm sure if you Google Michael Jordan Hitler mustache, you'll find a screenshot of it. But let's talk about something that has nothing to do with Hitler now.
Nothing to do with Hitler.
And that's world famous Cajun Curl. We want to thank them for their sponsorship and all of their support. Check them out at CajunCurl.com, where you can order the spice right there on CajunCurl.com. It was created on the Elm Bayou in Evangeline Parish, Louisiana, and it is a seasoning that goes on everything. If you like cooking or eating, this is a spice for you. Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice goes well with chicken, beef, pork, potatoes, kangaroo, pit bull, and anything else you can think of putting it on. Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice putting Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice on anything will change your life. On their website, CajunCurl.com, you can order the original Bayou Blended Spice, and you'll also find recipes that you can use it with that are absolutely mind-blowing. You can locate your nearest retailer on CajunCurl.com, or you can order your own. If your local grocer doesn't carry world-famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice, ask them to start stocking it right now. Now, here locally in the greater Northport, Tuscaloosa, Brookwood Metroplex, it is available at Bowles Fresh Market on Skyland Boulevard, South's Finest Meats, Mark's Mart in downtown Northport, and the Piggly Wiggly over on Lurleen Wallace in Northport. All their products are made in the USA, so not only do you enjoy the taste of Cajun Curl, but you also feel patriotic while you enjoy your meal. It's all natural, low salt, and it has a little kick, but it doesn't burn your lips. World famous Cajun Curl Bayou Blended Spice. Taste the spice, but not the heat. Check them out at CajunCurl.com and use our promo code EOP10. That's EOP and the number 10 to get a 10% discount.
Because we ask that you use the spice, we don't ask you pay full price.
That's right. You know, Cajun Curl's been with us since pretty much day one.
Nearly day one.
I mean,
yes,
nearly day one. I would like to go back and see what episode we officially started with them. It has to be in the before we got to 10, right?
Probably.
I think so. So they've been with us for a long time. So you guys out there should definitely support them. Get it in. Everybody who's ever gotten it has said good things about it.
I was about to say, now, Brandon, I don't know, but I have never heard from anyone that ordered it that said it wasn't good.
Yeah, that was disappointed in it. Right, I agree. I mean, that's just straight talk. That's not part of the ad read or anything. I'm a fan of it. I use it all the time at my house when I cook anything. So it's great. I'll put it on Hamburger Helper, not going to lie. I will.
And make Hamburger Helper like really, really, really tasty.
Yeah. Hamburger Helper is a staple of the Long household. It has been for years. So I was raised on Hamburger Helper too.
Me too.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Well, do we have any reviews this week?
You know what? We do. We got 2 reviews.
Oh, wow. 2 reviews.
2 reviews. They're coming in. I mean,
they really are.
Shout out to the review people.
Yes.
And if you're not part of the review people, you're wrong. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You're wrong. And you're doing wrong. And you should feel guilty for listening to this podcast without leaving us a review. I just want to say that right now. You should feel guilty because other people are pulling their weight and you're not doing your part here. So let's see. The first one that came in is from Arrow J. It's 5-star review. That's pretty much virtually all of our reviews
except for 2.
Yeah, except for 2 old dummies out there, basically.
One of them didn't know how to abbreviate Big Buck Down.
Look, if y'all are listening and you gave us the low reviews, you can go back and change it. I just want to bring it up. If you're still listening to us out there, but I doubt they still are.
And the other one doesn't know the difference between terrible and not great.
That's right.
They think they're one and the same.
Yes.
So...
Well, this one's title is Amazing Podcast. It reads, found your podcast after hearing your ad on that story show. Pause. Whoever wrote that ad, credit to whoever wrote that ad. I mean, he has brought in some listeners with the ad work there. All right, back to the review. I have been working my way backwards through all your episodes, which has caused me to neglect all the other podcasts I used to listen to.
It's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a wise decision.
The only thing I ask from any of our listeners is to neglect all other podcasts and listen to us.
Yeah.
You 2 are very funny. The Odd News is a great vehicle to get you to talking, but I would show up just to hear your stories. Super glad I found you.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Arrow J.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Now, the next one is from Rowdy Coyote. Great name.
Yes.
Rowdy Coyote.
Back again.
Great podcast. 2 oddballs talking about odd news from across the flat earth that is patrolled by Bigfoot. Always a pleasure to listen. Love their sense of humor and sarcasm. Keep it up.
Nice. Thank you so much.
That's right.
Rowdy Cody and Arrow J.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You've made my heart overjoyed with your compliments. I need compliments from strangers. Yes. So leave us a review.
Because if there's one place I'm not getting compliments, it's at home.
Yeah.
That's why I need compliments from strangers.
Every once in a while, I'll just look at Dieter and I'll be like, look, you don't know what you got. You know? Like, you have no idea what you got. You take it for granted. I could be out drinking. I could be out gambling. Could be out doing drugs.
Yeah.
All of which I want to do, and I don't do because I love you so much. I'm like, you just don't know. That's, you need to appreciate me. I did all the laundry yesterday. I've been doing all the laundry forever,
John, if there's one thing that I have been aware of since we've met and started doing this show is you don't get enough credit.
I don't.
So I just want to give you all the credit I can possibly give you.
My love language is constant praise for anything I do.
All right. Well, what do you say we get into some questions?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
And now it's time for Ask John questions about stuff.
Forgot we had a question segment.
Our first question comes from Jacqueline. Why is American Thanksgiving on a Thursday? Wouldn't Friday make more sense so that you can have the weekend to recover?
Well,
Friday you're busy. Well, this is your segment. I'm sorry.
Sure.
I mean, back
no,
off.
I can defer to you, Donnie.
I was going to say, Friday you're busy maxing out those credit cards.
Sure. Yes.
So that's why.
Well, the Pilgrims arrived on Thursday and had the first Thanksgiving on a Thursday. So that's why. Yeah. I really think it's probably to, like you say, extend a weekend out for people because you have to. Everybody shuts down for Thursday unless you're a retailer and you can say, well, we'll take Friday off too. And now you got a long weekend. So
a really long weekend.
Yeah, exactly. A super long weekend. 4-day weekend to be exact.
All right. Raytheon asks, have you seen people sneeze while turning their vehicle? It's like slow-mo every time.
I can't say that I've seen people sneeze, but if you've ever sneezed while you're taking a leak, that it's like, everything shuts down,
Right.
Has that ever happened to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything shuts down. I think when you sneeze, you like die momentarily, right? That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true.
And that's why they say, God bless you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Because they're trying to ask for the Lord to intervene and save your life.
Yeah.
Maverick has 2 questions.
Okay.
First, which state is the most southern state? I'm assuming Florida. That's as far
geographically
south as you can go, right?
Geographically, yes. But it really depends on what you think as Southern. Old South type stuff, Georgia, outside of Atlanta. Everybody knows Atlanta's not Southern anymore. Mississippi is pretty Old South too. Alabama, if you just like pure redneck debauchery, is
and terrible education.
Yeah, right. Terrible education, no lottery,
but nice people,
super nice people, great food.
Yes,
excellent food. And then, of course, you got Louisiana, but Alabama is the heart of Dixie. I mean, that's our saying.
Roll Tide.
So I would go with Alabama, number 1.
Okay, well, that goes right into his second question. Second, what is the best state in the South to move to?
Oh, I would probably go Tennessee or North Carolina if I was going to recommend to move. North Carolina, beautiful scenery, nice, got some nice cities and everything. I don't want anybody to move to Alabama.
Right.
I want people to move out of Alabama because Alabama's awesome and I don't want people coming down here ruining it. So I would not recommend moving to Alabama.
I was going to say Alabama for just the little bitty, teeny tiny part of the coast we have. The Alabama coast is nice.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
But outside of that, I think Texas is really cool.
Yeah.
And Florida.
Yeah, Florida's great.
It's fun.
Yeah. Florida and Tennessee don't have state income tax. You may factor that into your whole decision. But I really like North Carolina. They got some really good spots up there and really beautiful scenery too.
Spicy Boy.
Oh, Spicy Boy.
He asked, John, have you given up on our republic?
Oh, I gave up on our republic a long time ago. Like forever ago.
Right.
Like high school days gave up on it. So yeah, I have, but that doesn't mean I don't love America.
First time you got pushed into the back of a police car.
Yeah, those probably coincide. That timeline probably coincides just about right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So the answer is yes.
I I love America.
Mhm.
I love our country. I love the people. I love our governmental foundation. We got problems, but everybody else has got problems in the world. They like to focus on us because we're like the popular kid in the world. And it's
That's
like,
popular for just being popular.
yeah, we're just popular for being popular. I mean, now we did do a lot of cool stuff. We put a man on the moon. We developed, arid climate corn, which allowed famished countries all around the globe to be able to grow food for themselves and their livestock. Done a lot of great things for the world. We're just going through a little rough patch right now. Mom and dad are fighting all the time, but hopefully they're going to get it worked out.
I wouldn't hold my breath, though. Nicole asks, I can't sleep. What should I do?
Heroin will help.
Will it really?
I don't know.
Not crack.
No, you don't be crack.
Unless you're Hunter Biden. That will not put you to sleep.
Melatonin will help.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that before the show.
Yeah, melatonin will really help.
Okay.
It'll help you go to sleep. Frankincense will help too if you believe in essential oil type stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
In that voodoo.
Yeah.
Baptist voodoo.
But don't drink it. I made that mistake once. Amazing visuals, though, that I got off of it. But I did have to pump my stomach later on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, don't drink it.
They should not call it passion fruit spray. Sends the wrong message.
I got some bumps when I sprayed it on there.
And then Raytheon asks, do you know when eating a mango, where does a man go to eat a mango?
Fun fact, I've never eaten a mango,
Okay.
by the way. So, but I would say you would go to the mango grove. A man could go to the mango grove to eat a mango. There you go.
Nice.
The band, one of my favorite bands, Fish, has a song called The Mango Song.
All right.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, that's all the questions we have for today. If you have any questions for John, you can join our Discord server and go to the channel aptly titled Ask John Questions about stuff.
That's
and
right.
we will ask him on the show and he will answer them 100% correctly.
Yeah.
And occasionally you might get my input.
The Discord's popped off.
It really
week.
has.
We had a lot of people join this week. A lot of conversations happening. Maverick been bringing it. Dio and Nicole finally have somebody else to talk to.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome.
So don't be shy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, join up. It's fine. Now, I can't come in there and chat all day long. I just want everybody to know that I got a lot of stuff going on in my life, but I will pop in from time to time.
Now, maybe there will come a day when the Discord server will just get so huge that it will be hard for people to have conversations, but it's not there yet.
Yeah.
And so if you want to jump in now's a great time to chat with other listeners and us too on occasion.
No, I am concerned with our group of listeners. It seems to be a pervasive let's make fun of John thread of people, or it's like a wildfire that's catching.
Let's make fun of the really cool guy.
And if y'all want me to walk away from this podcast, I will in a heartbeat. So I just want to put that out there for everybody. Okay, I will leave it in a heartbeat. Won't ever think about it again. Okay. Y'all better be nice to me. I need praise.
We got some voicemails. You want to listen to those?
Sure, absolutely.
All right. This first voicemail comes from your sister from the north, Jacqueline.
All right.
Hi, John and Heidi. It's Jacqueline. I am calling you on my way back from the COVID Assessment Center, where I received my first and hopefully only COVID test. I have a cold, as you may be able to tell, and a lot of the symptoms are COVID symptoms, and because of the work that I am in, I have to have a COVID test, so hopefully that'll come back good, and I'm pretty sure it will. But, so I feel kind of crappy right now, as you may be able to hear. But the show got me through it, gave me some giggles while I'm not feeling good. Do people outside of Alabama know Helen Keller? I know of Helen Keller. I don't really know much about her, but mostly from pop culture, from Simpsons, I think, and maybe Family Guy. They talked about her.
I was nowhere near as mean to Helen Keller as Family Guy has been.
Oh, yeah?
Just want to say that.
Okay. I watched Family Guy for like a year, and then it was all the same joke just repeatedly, and I was like, oh, this is not funny anymore. So I just quit watching. So I never heard them make fun of Helen Keller, but I'll go YouTube some clips because I could use a good laugh.
John, The Office is not as funny as you think it is. To that I say false. The Office is exactly as funny as everybody says it is, myself included.
I have no problem with you being wrong.
Hold on.
I just say that I have no problem with Jacqueline being wrong. You know, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but it's not as funny as you think it is. And I've seen every episode of The Office, by the way, twice. I watched it when it originally aired, and then I watched it on Netflix one time with Deidre because she decided to watch it. So I'm not anti The Office. I'm saying y'all act like it's the funniest show in the history of the world, and it's not. That's all I'm saying.
I like
people also think Chick-fil-A is a lot better than it is. Now, I may get kicked out of church.
No.
It's not as good as a lot of y'all think it is. I just want to say that. Not saying it's bad, but y'all act like it's the greatest thing in the world, and it's not.
God's chicken.
Yeah. I'm just trying to keep people honest here.
Okay.
All right?
I like The Office a lot too, but I figured the whole McDonald's fries, that was enough controversy. I didn't want to get into it last week.
I've never wanted to shy away from controversy.
I pick and choose my battles.
You should definitely watch Parks and Rec. It is also hilarious. Just on the turkey story, where you said turkeys can't fly. We've all seen that WKRP episode, best episode ever, where they throw the turkeys out of the helicopter and they all come crashing to the ground and they swear that he thought turkeys could fly. Really great episode. But turkeys don't scare most Canadians, I think, because we've dealt with Canada geese our whole lives and they are vicious. If you've never, been attacked or met a Canada goose, don't.
It's like a snake on top of a bird.
Yeah, right. No, I've had some dealings with them. I've been chased by one. Yeah, they don't play around.
Yeah, it was me that did the Joe Exotic report, so you're welcome. I'm always keeping up on the Joe Exotic news because I find that story just hilariously sad. You were talking about presidential pardons, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about in the Middle Ages, the Catholic Church would offer up these things called indulgences, because you were talking about could you get a pardon before you do anything. So this was essentially what they used to do. They would sell people these things called indulgences, and it was essentially a pre-pardon where you would buy it, and then you could go and commit whatever sins you wanted, and you would still get into heaven if you got caught before, or if you died before you confessed. Anyway, that's a little history lesson for the day. Hopefully y'all are having a good time, and everyone's staying safe and happy and healthier than me right now. And I will talk to you later. Bye.
Well, thank you so much, Jacqueline. Hope you get feeling better. So glad that your COVID test was negative, by the way.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you mentioned it there, but she did mention that in the Facebook group.
And we know all about indulgences because our friend Martin Luther did not really take too kindly to that practice.
I mean, it's a great way to raise funds for the church.
We might need to get into that next time we got a building project.
But didn't turn out so well.
No.
On the whole.
No. Lost a lot of membership over the years. I'll say that.
Yes. And then we also got another voicemail from Dio Rocks.
All right.
Called in. Here we go. John's already laughing. He knows this is going to be good.
Morning, fellas. This is Chris Williamson. I just thought I'd call you on my way to work and share my thoughts on a couple things. I'm still workshopping my catchphrases, so I'll probably try out a couple more here in a minute, so just bear with me on that. First thing, a couple weeks ago I asked about whether you ever played an H chord before, and you said you didn't know what that was, and you're pretty sure you hadn't. Well, as far as I've ever heard it, an H chord is when you go to play what is ostensibly a real chord, be it an E chord or a G7 or whatever, but what either due to your negligence on tuning the instrument or your lack of ability in general, it ends up sounded more like somebody trying to drown a cat or something.
Okay.
Hey, what happened? And then the second thing is about Helen Keller. John, I think you kind of buried the lead on how you felt about Helen Keller, because as far as I recall, she was an active member of the Socialist Party of America and Workers of the World, and also a major proponent and activist for women's suffrage, which, those are two things that everyone knows that you hate. So I just thought I'd call and share my thoughts on that, and I'll holler at y'all later and You're doing a fantastic job, and I'll talk to you again soon. Jumbo Nacho Bingo!
Yeah, so I'll just say briefly, I did really feel bad last week about all the stuff I'd said about Helen Keller.
Yeah.
So I went and then I did a little bit of research on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Turns out she didn't really do anything good.
I told y'all the same thing for The Office.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people think a lot better about Helen Keller than they should. That's all I'm saying. Not saying horrible person. Yeah, I didn't know she was for giving women the right to vote. That was a huge mistake.
Yeah. She was pro-union.
Yeah, pro-union. Dio he's hilarious.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh so much. I love the Jimbo Nacho Bingo catchphrase.
You know, I will say that we made fun of her, or well, I shouldn't say we. I made fun of her saying that she couldn't sing. She had no number one hits.
Yeah.
But in my research, I did find out that she was invited to sing the national anthem at the high school of her hometown in Tuscumbia, Alabama, in I think 1920. And there was a little bit of audio captured from that. It's right here.
Huh.
Maybe that was Yoko Ono. I get them confused.
I thought you may have recorded you and Tara. Yeah. Okay, we need to get off of Helen Keller. All right, we need to get off of Helen Keller.
Oh yes, let's do it.
Famous Alabamian. Famous Alabamian. No Lionel Richie, but famous Alabamian.
No Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
All right. Well, John, I don't know about you, but we really need to thank our patrons.
We do.
And I would like to specifically, by name, mention those who donate at the 10 or above tier. And they are Mr. J.D. Westfall, Mr. Daniel Hedrick, Mr. James White, Ms. Kara Wisco, not Wiscow.
Oh, Wisco.
I found some emails in the spam folder. I really should have checked that earlier.
Hey, we apologize, Kara.
Yes,
all
thank
right.
you.
We're just a
Sorry.
couple of dumb rednecks. We don't know. We say it like it sounds in our head.
Ms. Jane Updegraff, Ms. Sherry Herod. Congratulations on the Crocs, by the way.
That's right.
They should be along your way shortly. Mr. Thomas Williams, the Dapper Man, Ms. Sharon Craig, Mr. Tyler Bond, Mr. Todd Glover, Mr. Derek Reeves, Mr. Chris Tipton, Ms. Jackie B., and of course, Mike Wilcox, a.k.a. Mick Will.
That's right. Mick Will.
We thank you so much for donating to this show and helping us do what we do.
Yeah.
It blows me away. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah. All of those reviews that said they heard us from that story show is because of y'all. You know?
yeah, that's true.
That's 100%. You're the reason other people are listening to this podcast.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Blown away by your generosity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And while we're on the subject, before we leave the show, I would just like to make an announcement. Me and John are moving, actually.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Hosting services, that is. Now, everything is going to be the same for the rest of the year, but we are actually moving our podcast feed over to another service called Acast. You know, I'm putting up 301 redirects and doing all this stuff, so hopefully it won't be that big a deal. But just in case, I'm going to put the feed for our new show down in the show notes, so everyone can just at the first of the year make sure you're subscribed to that, so you don't.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose anybody.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we probably need to plug that for the rest of the year.
For the rest of the year,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, we can't lose anybody.
No.
Each one of you are vitally important to us.
Vitally important. And also, if anyone is on the new feed already, it may look a little bit sparse in there. That's because Acast does not have the ability to combine two separate feeds. I'm actually combining the patrons feed and the regular feed into one because Acast has the ability to keep all that separate with like a drop-down menu, so you don't have to do as much to fix it. It's going to be easier when it all gets worked out. But until then, I am having to painstakingly manually do all this.
Okay.
So it may take some time, but right now all our patrons content is up.
Yeah.
And all of our regular shows are up back to, I want to say episode 136 maybe.
Okay.
But there will be more. And in time, the entire back catalog will get put up there.
There we go.
Well, John, before we go, we have an email
All right.
from our friend Monica.
Yeah.
We teased it last week. We ran out of time.
I've thought about it all week, waiting to hear. I'm so ready.
Well, here it is, guys. I know you've been waiting on it. She writes, "Hi, guys. I hope you're doing okay. I am just getting over bronchial pneumonia. It is 46 today, which was November 29th when she sent this. I have a question for both of yous. Do you believe in UFOs and extraterrestrials? Also, I recently seen a video of President Trump at the World Economic Forum where he gets up to the podium and he tells the New World Order that America will not be run by a one world order. He says America will be run by its patriots. It will be run by its people. I'm wondering if you guys have seen that video. Okie dokie, sending hugs and love to everyone. Sincerely, Monica." I have not seen the video that she's talking about. I will say if he did say that, that may be why he's not going to be president anymore come January.
No, they decided he wasn't the man for the job.
As far as UFOs and extraterrestrials, what do you think?
I believe that there's something. I don't know what it is.
Right.
I don't know if it's from another realm. I don't know if they're aliens from another celestial being. I don't know. But I believe there's something.
Right.
So that's where I land on that. What about you?
That's kind of the same thing. I would say UFOs, yes. The government has released footage.
Sure.
And they've come out and said that we don't know what this is. Now, I guess maybe this could be a situation where the right hand don't know what the left hand's doing.
Yeah, right.
But there's stuff in the air that, as far as the government has been honest with us, they don't know what it is. So UFOs, absolutely. I think that, to be honest, I think at this point, no matter how skeptical you are, you should be able to just come forward and say, maybe not aliens, but there is some kind of phenomena here we don't understand.
Yeah, I agree.
Extraterrestrials, I'm open to the hypothesis, but I'm not there yet. I just haven't seen enough evidence.
Yeah.
So, but I'm open to it.
There you go.
That's where I fall.
Okay. So thanks, Hippie Monica.
Yes.
One of my favorite emailers. I'm just going to say it. My all-time favorite emailer is Hippie Monica. So I'm glad you're still listening and reaching out to us.
Yeah, write back and tell us what you think about aliens.
Yeah, I would like to know.
Because I've also heard the, was it the fake alien apocalypse theory?
Right.
Where there's really not any aliens, but this is all just a fake.
Yeah, to get us all
get us all scared against some from something else, so that the new world order can step up and seize power.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've heard that too. I don't know.
That'll usher in Armageddon.
Right.
Now, a long time ago, this is going way deep in the show history. We had a lady put up some pictures of UFOs she's found down over in like Brent, Alabama or somewhere.
I remember that.
Really? She passed on. She went on in. I went and looked her up one day. Yeah. Her name was Tammy. Tammy's will cause some trouble, in general. But yeah, she original Facebook group member who
thoughts and prayers. How long has it been since she passed?
I have no idea. I didn't pay attention that much. I just saw like a bunch of we gonna miss you post on her timeline. Which when I die, don't write a bunch of stuff on my Facebook page, please. Everybody, don't come and tell my Facebook page that you missed me. I just don't. There's no reason to do it.
I will see to it that happens.
Write a nice letter to my kids saying John was somewhat funny and a horrible person. That's all they need to know. That's all I would like for you to do. Yeah.
So we lost our first listener.
Oh,
Man,
yeah?
Hits me in the feels.
I don't know. I mean, I never got the feeling that she listened to us. She's
just more like our group.
And the picture she put up, you remember, like of a light pole. I think she just thought she had an alien, but it was just like a street lamp somewhere. Yeah.
Well, that'll about do it for this show. We're over on time anyway, but patrons will be with you shortly. Do you want to tease anything? What we got coming up?
I got a story of a lady who really loves chicken. Really loves chicken.
I like chicken too. I'm going to talk about a stranger who broke into a house. And they found him like I have found my 3-year-old one time
Okay.
when he hadn't had his diaper changed in a while.
That'll happen. Yeah. That happened to us one time too.
Well, you have been listening to Earth Oddity Podcast, and we thank you so much for listening to us, no matter where you get us, whether you get us from Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spotify. We're on them all. The Apple Podcast link is working again. It was down for a while last week while we're trying to sort out this whole move thing, but it is up and working again now. If you would like to email into the show, we are earthodditypodcast@planetmail.net. If you would like to tweet at us, we are @_earthoddity on Twitter. If you like show art, got some excellent show art.
That's right.
It's posted every single week, very
Great.
punctually.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's _earthoddity on Instagram.
Yeah. Follow us so you get to see that great work. Yeah.
We've also got a Discord server, link in the show notes, and we've also got a phone number. What's that phone number, John?
It is 662-493-2059. That's 662-493-2059.
We hope everyone out there has an excellent week. Earth Oddity for the Fringe Radio Network signing off.
Love y'all.
Bye.
This has been a very odd production. Thanks for listening.